Welcome to the Power of Grant Money training. We're so excited to have you guys with us tonight. We have an amazing group tonight. I want to welcome you all in from all over the world, I can say. So with that, get ready, guys. Get your pen, get your paper, and we are getting ready to give you a step-by-step system that we have used, our clients, our students all over the world are using to take care of themselves, to impact their communities, to leave a legacy, and to do well by doing good. So with that, you guys, I want to share with you, if you had a choice, how would you like to live your passion every day, get paid very well to do it, and help people along the way? We're tonight going to talk about the greatest opportunity right now in our current business climate. We're going to be going into the nonprofit business model. It's the model right now. It's the entity of choice. So hang on with me, and we're going to walk through it, and we're going to share what are happening with some of our students around the country, around the world, by utilizing the nonprofit business model. Start a business, change the world. Now, doing real estate, we're going to teach you how to make profit in your real estate by using a nonprofit. And if you have a passion that you for years have said, I want to really work with kids. I'm a veteran. I want to give back. I want to make sure that our heroes are brought home with employment opportunities and that can bring back this country. My parents have just had to go through a huge medical journey, and I want to make sure that our elders live a life of dignity. You know, I have to tell you, and I wasn't going to start this way, but I felt very led to start by telling you why start a business changing the world. It's going to change your life forever, take care of your family financially. My dad, and right before this webinar, I was going through to pull up the webinar, and it popped up called My Dad's Journey. It was 5 months ago, this week, that I lost my dad. My dad was my business advisor. My dad was someone that I laughed with more than anyone else in the world. He was a rock for my family, my kids. And I tell you what, all of us are going through a journey of some kind. And what my dad taught me was to turn that journey into purpose. So all of you on this call with me tonight, there's a reason we're all together. And this is in honor of my dad. And at our training, when you come and spend time with us, we're going to unveil the most incredible business venture I've ever been involved with that has happened in the last 3 months in honor of my dad. I want you guys to all take a minute to think about what's important in life to you. What have you been going through? Have you lost financial status? You've lost real estate holdings? You've lost a parent? You're a veteran that's coming home without the opportunities there. You've got kids where you're seeing our education system needs help. What we're going to talk about tonight is bigger than any opportunity that's been brought to you, whether it's real estate training, whether it's stock. What we're going to teach you is how to start a business to change our broken systems, whether it's banking, real estate, whatever your journey is. I'm going to share a story with you later on that is going to really impact and change your thinking about if they can do it, I can do it. So hang with me. I had to share that with my dad. I knew it would be a little bit hard, but that's what this is about. This is about taking the journey you've been on, experience what my dad went through with the medical model, looking at a whole different paradigm of healthcare, looking at wellness in a different way. I have a passion now to change a system that isn't working. What is your passion? We're going to teach you tonight how to wrap funding, how to wrap money around that so that you'll never work another day in your life because you're living your passion. You're bringing this country back in a way that we need. You're leaving a legacy, and you're taking care of you and your family financially. So what if I told you there was over $700 billion available to make this happen right now? That's 700 billion with a B. And no credit checks. And it never has to be paid back. Pretty cool, huh? Guys, at this time in our country, now more than ever, achievers from all around this country are coming together to learn the strategies for getting the competitive edge with the power of grant money. So why take action now? Why stay with me for the next hour? Because business as usual is dead. This world has changed. The only people who will flourish and are flourishing are the ones who are bold enough to step out and do something now. That's what we're teaching. Why a nonprofit business and why right now? It's a whole new entrepreneurial movement. It used to be that if you wanted to make a difference in your community or the world, you volunteered for a nonprofit. If you wanted to make money, you started or launched a new business. Today, things have changed, and for the better. More nonprofit corporations are being run like fast-growth startups. More traditional companies are being built around social missions. Think about startup capital, seed money is available $700 billion for nonprofit corporations. Try working with the bank and getting that same capital for your for-profit business. The opportunity is huge. Guys, I've done this for 30 years. I walk the walk. I've lived in this world. I've built my career. I've raised my family. I've lived the most amazing life and had a journey that is beyond words. And it's all been through nonprofit corporations. Never have I seen the kind of demand to have a nonprofit corporation as I have now. In real estate, if you're in real estate, you know nonprofit corporations get their first some days, 2 weeks on the MLSs to make the bid. They get their first access to the HUD homes. They're working with all the REOs. They get the first gifts on those. Nonprofit corporations are leading this country. So the program we're talking about tonight that we're going to bring you into is nothing like you've ever seen before. If you're a generous person, and you guys, people are generous. People were raised with the beliefs about giving back and making this world a better place. What we're going to do tonight, I'll show how you can monetize that starting right now. So get ready. Here we go. You guys, starting right now, you're going to learn, and you're going to do well by doing good. We've got to take care of us. So the best part of it, you can use it all, do it all, and use free money. free money. Now, what's that free money? What's that grant money? Free money can be used for buying single-family homes. These are things we're doing with our clients all over the world. Buying commercial real estate, making millions of dollars in profit, paying yourself a salary plus expenses along the way. And you know, most people get it backwards. They don't get paid until after they buy a property if they're in real estate. I'm going to show you how to get paid before. Pretty cool, huh? So use that free money for paying your rent, your mortgage, making your car payment, having a full-time assistant, living your dream every day, helping others, and changing the world. I'm so excited and honored to have you with us tonight, because right now I'm visiting my grandbabies, my 3 little grandbabies. And I tell you what, it's a different world than it was. And I look in their eyes and I think we have to step up so that we make sure that they have the same opportunities that we have. That's what this is about. So it can all be done through the government's best-kept secret. They call it a 501c3 corporation. You know it as a nonprofit or a not-for-profit or an NPO, a nonprofit organization. The nonprofit business model is a $1.4 trillion industry. Inc. magazine did an incredible article, and a nonprofit can generate earned income. Mine did. Our students do all over the world. The National Center for Charitable Statistics estimates nearly 70% of that $1.4 trillion is generated from the sale of goods and services. So I'm going to stop you right here, and I really want you to hear this. When you come and we get to spend time together, first thing we tell you, we don't teach fake sale charities. We teach profitable nonprofit corporations. So understanding that and understanding how to work your nonprofit with your for-profit is a very, very smart business move. Your nonprofit business has freedom from federal, state, local taxes. I want to show you what the kind of media that's out there so you know it's not just coming from me. This country has moved into the nonprofits leading the way. Business Wire, Berkshire Hathaway said $12 billion in grants for small businesses. Wall Street Journal, nonprofit solution to housing foreclosure. CBS News, nonprofits getting first shot at banks foreclosures, helping home buyers and neighborhoods. Whether you're in real estate, whether you have a business, we can enhance by having a nonprofit arm, an educational arm, an arm that changed the paradigm in healthcare, bring green to this country, provide affordable housing to single moms, to folks that haven't had the opportunity. It's all happened through a nonprofit corporation. It's the most profitable entity of all. Now, many of our students, they've received the funding, they're on their way, so they say, we call it the 501c Make Money Corporation. So remember that when we see each other, if you can't remember the 501c3, just call it the 501c Make Money Corporation. Again, that do well by doing good. Now, what led me into this? Why have I been involved so long in this? Well, I told you in the beginning I had something I wanted to share with you that would really change your thinking, to really think through, what's my excuse? Step up. Now, how I got started? I got started the hard way. I was Saturday afternoon, had 2 baby boys, living the American dream, in debt, house payment, car payment, right, like we're taught. And I was out riding my ATV three-wheeler while my husband was with our baby boys while they were taking a nap. My husband gets a knock on the door. It says, call the ambulance. Sherry's bleeding from the head. And so he's thinking I probably have cut, need stitches, calls the ambulance, goes down to the scene of the accident. Because like many of you, something I've done every day, scaring flies every day, and that one time in the subdivision, going back into a spare lot, I was laying in a pool of blood. I had wrecked. Tracy said that the last 20 feet were on his hands and knees. As he saw me ashen color, bleeding from my nose, ears, mouth, laying in a pool of blood, the paramedics showed up, and they called in DOA, dead on arrival. They couldn't get a pulse, couldn't get me breathing. I experienced the journey of brain injury and being in a coma before there was such a term as brain injury. They hadn't saved a lot of us that severe. So as they got to the hospital, they took my family, then had arrived, my mom and dad, and Tracy, my brother, took them into the quiet room. They called the chaplain. And they said, it doesn't look like Sherry's going to make it. A few hours later, the neurosurgeon came in and said, if Sherry's a fighter, she has a 50-50 chance. And my family said, get a room ready. That whole journey of laying in a coma and knowing what was going on around me, laying there and watching my family cry and hearing the doctors tell them that I might not make it through the night. And I was laying there thinking, they need to know that I'm in there fighting like you know what. And I got to let them know the power of a mind. I learned at a young age. I was given a gift to learn what we take for granted and to learn the power of your mind. Just in 8 hours to finally get my pinky on the paralyzed side to move 1/8 of an inch to show them that I was in there. I learned that power, guys. I want to be able to now bring that to you. I've learned what we take for granted. I had to relearn everything. I had to relearn how to swallow. Who learns that? We're born, we swallow. Learning how to walk. When we first were able to go down physical therapy, and they lifted me up and put me in a wheelchair and rolled me down there. My husband and everyone was so excited. They lowered me onto the mat and for weeks taught me how to roll. And weeks later taught me how to crawl. And weeks later taught me how to walk in parallel bars. Relearning everything taught me how to appreciate and how to find purpose. You know, I learned that being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional. I want you guys to take that away. Being challenged in life, and we're all challenged somehow, some way. We don't like our job. We don't want to continue working in corporate America. We have a son coming home from a hero serving us. We're dealing with parents that are aging and dealing with health care. We all have challenges, but being defeated is optional. So when I said in the beginning, I'm going to share a story with you that's going to change your perspective. I was only 22 years old when I went through this journey. My mom and dad raised our kids till I could get back into life. And I always say, and to you listening, if I could do this at the age of 22, then what's your excuse, right? Because I did what I hear people all over the country do, and you probably do too. It's so easy to get in that mode of why me? Why did this happen to me? Why did I lose everything I've built? Why did I go through this with my parents? Why? Sound familiar? But it didn't change anything. When I lay there in the hospital, when I lay there and said, why me, and had my pity party, nothing changed. When my mentor sat beside me every day and finally said, girl, I know you know I've been here, and I know you're angry. But you know, instead of ask why, medically they cannot explain why you're alive. It's time to ask what. What's my purpose? Ask yourself that right now. What is your purpose? Is it just to go and make enough money to survive? We have big purposes. This country needs us to step up. Our kids, our grandkids, the young entrepreneurs, you're our leaders. You're the future. Think about the what in your life. That what for me at a young age, when I could barely walk or talk, and no one understood me when I talked, I knew I had a purpose. And I was elected president of a national disability organization. I didn't know anything about Congress, funding. I couldn't even say legislation, let alone know what it meant. But I knew I was brought back for a purpose. Every one of you has a purpose. For me, living my purpose and believing, having faith, letting go of fear and never giving up. People surrounded me. People came into my pathway. Starting your nonprofit corporation, it's going to be the most amazing journey you've ever embarked on. People gravitate you. People want to be part of you. Just last week, I was on a call with a great group, had never met two of the guys that they introduced me to. A friend of mine texted me and said, hey, this group is buying a mansion in the nonprofits, and I told them about your expertise, and could you talk to them? Then I'd love to. Get on the phone. It's Brad Pitt, partner with his nonprofit. They're building not only homes in New Orleans, they've now built housing for veterans. That's what happens to you. The money comes in. You've got the money to take care of you. But the amazing part is the people that come around you. It's the easiest part is to show you how to make the money. And we're going to go into that tonight, talking about the different money strategies. For me, when I moved to D.C. and didn't know anything, I kept being told, you've got to get with Jim Brady. It was like me sitting in the back bedroom. They started saving us, but didn't know what to do with it. Our own industry was calling us victims, tragic ways. We knew we weren't. We knew we had something to teach this world. We had reached out for an inner strength that you only read about, people write about, people lived it. So I finally called Jim Brady. He came to my office, scared to death, talking to him like I am, saying I didn't know anything, but I was supposed to help make us visible and bring us, because we were called the silent epidemic, and we were going to show people who we were. And finally I said, Jim, do you think you can help me? And for those of you young folks that don't know, Jim Brady was the press secretary for President Reagan. He took a bullet And I said, for our president, and now we're sitting in the back bedroom. We sat there, and I told him about what we do and where we're going to go work with Congress. And I said, Jim, I've never even flown. I'm a little country girl. Now here I'm in D.C. Do you think you can help me? And Jim leaned back in his wheelchair, never forget this, smiled and said, honey, if I could tell President Reagan to the American public for 8 years, I think I can help you. What an incredible journey we went on. Worked with Jim Brady, worked with Gary Busey. The first bill that Jim and I did, working with Congress, learning how to get backstage with people in seats of power, learning how to work with our leaders, how to connect. What can teach you? 20-some years ago, we got $20 million, which would now be billions, in free money to fund 4 regional brain injury centers. Think about the opportunity for you now. And the fun part, y'all, we talk about impacting, and it's a blast. It's exciting. It's fun. You get to work with amazing people. I got to work with Harrison Ford. We did the movie Regarding Henry. How many of you love to have this poster in your office from your favorite star? It says, to Sherry, thanks for all you've done, Harrison Ford. So my tragedy to triumph, sure, I have residual effects. I'm still paralyzed on one side. If you hear my speech kind of slurring, I haven't been at happy hour. When we meet each other in person and you spend time with us, you'll see me staggering. But you know what? That triumph. We went and led a movement, and we created the Americans with Disabilities Act. So that 25 years ago, we didn't even have metal buildings. We were out of sight, out of mind. Now we're part of the American dream. We're contributing to the American dream. Every one of you on this call can do that, whether it's with youth, seniors, green, making this world a better place. Your life is going to be better than ever. I've raised over $130 million and counting for myself. Now our students around this world are doing magnificent amounts of money while impacting and making a difference and living a fulfilled life. I founded and helped launch 6 nonprofits in various different ranges, from a disability to an arts group, to a center in Colorado, Enchanted Arts and Entertainment, many different ones. And I served on the board for 15 other nonprofits, raising $90 million in free money. I'm not telling you that to brag. I want you to understand my expertise, and the team I have the expertise. We live the life, we walk the walk every day with our students. I've advised and consulted with 700 other nonprofit organizations. I'm telling you that because I want you to know, bottom line, I'll show you how to access all the free money you'll ever need to live your passion. And think about it. What is grant money? You guys, grant money from your tax dollars. So grant money is your money. You guys are entrepreneurs. You're on this call. You're now listening. You're the ones that can take the money and make the kind of impact we need. And I tell you, we have fun. My whole team knows my greatest thing is if it's not fun, we're not doing it. That's the kind of life I've been able to live through the nonprofit corporation. So the fun, the humor, it's just gently recycled by the government, right? So, dream life exercise. And you guys, I want you to do it. I see that we're still here. So take out that paper and pen now. Write an answer to this question. What is your passion? Write it down, you guys. I'm serious. And I'm going to have you bring it to, when we meet together. What is your passion? Leave it sitting right beside you right now. And then whether you want to put it in the bathroom mirror, put it in your car where you go every day, I want you to remember what you wrote down. What is your passion? Veterans, seniors, youth, green, housing. You know, used to the training, when people would talk about they wanted a fancy mansion, a lot of money, or a fancy sports car, or being famous, living a leisure life, traveling abroad. We're at a different time in this country. People are stepping forward in a different way. People have lost a lot of stuff and have been brought to their knees and say, what is important? When I ask now, what is your passion? I hear things like rebuilding devastated areas, bringing green, eco-friendly to this country, providing for children, making sure that no one goes hungry, finding cures for breast cancer, autism, working with animals, equestrian centers, working with our elders, making sure our veterans are brought back with dignity and a way to rebuild our country. So whatever your passion is that you wrote down, there are no wrong answers. One common thread, the power of grant money can help me get this. You guys, I love it. Say it out loud. When people come to my training, they always talk about how great when they were listening to this webinar and saying it out loud, and the families all look around like, what? So say it with me. The power of grant money can help me get this. Let's talk about empowering your passion and project. We're working with affordable housing projects all over the world, eco-friendly, renewable energy, great projects in Guatemala, Africa, working with veterans. We have Women Veterans Project, working with children and veterans' parents, assistive technology, bringing patented devices, medical things that would change our health care, working with seniors who have provided us these opportunities to make sure they have dignity. Our youth, providing the kind of leadership skills, the hope instilled in them to be our future leaders. Healthcare. I told you about my journey with my dad. Boy, that's a true passion now, changing that paradigm, bringing in wellness, changing alternative to mainstream. Housing counseling, financial literacy, helping folks that haven't had the opportunity to own their own homes, and then teaching them how to be able to stay in those homes. So bringing your project alive, that's what we're talking about now. Look down at that paper again. What did you write down for your passion? Let's talk about now how we're going to bring it alive. The number one insider secret is all about connecting. It always is just really fascinating and very surprising to me still when we have a room gathered. When you come and spend time with us, the energy within our training, because you have people coming forward that have been very successful business entrepreneurs, built hotels, affordable housing units, businesses, and they're coming now to live their purpose. They're going to take those leadership, those business skills, and now bring our country back in a common sense solution. And when I say it's all about connecting, I start having them raise their hands. How many of you met your legislators? How many of you met with city council? How many of you know the director of USDA? It's always very minimal, if any. What we're going to teach you throughout our time together is how to connect. That's where the opportunity for the funding. So I want to share something with you tonight before we come. You can start looking at this huge opportunity for funding in your local level. I want all of you to write down CDBG. It stands for Community Development Block Grant. Okay? You call tomorrow, call your city, county, ask them who oversees CDBG funding. And start asking, how much funding is available? When's it due? What are the priorities? We're using CDBG money to do capacity building for our nonprofit corporations. That's a great funding resource. Another one is USDA. People think of them as stamping meat or stamping produce. USDA, they're the largest holder of mortgages in this country. USDA funds most every multi-unit, most every rural area housing, affordable housing has USDA funding in it. They have incredible. Look up USDA. They fund multi-unit. They fund assisted living. They fund amazing what you'll find. We get a lot of funding with them with our student projects. And then lastly, when you call your city or county, Google it, your county, whatever your choice is to use to find it. Look, Continuum of Care. That's a group in your community that comes together, different nonprofits, and figures out how to provide housing, who's going to do the rehab, who's going to do acquisition, who's going to provide support services. As that continuum, and they get millions and millions and billions of dollars every year, and it's the nonprofits that are sitting at the table that get some of that funding. So look at those three. I wanted to give you those three to start with before we spend time together. Now, Fortune 500 and 100 companies, get them to fund your nonprofit business. We're getting them to be a part of so many of our clients' projects. The evolving of social consciousness has taken individuals and the corporate world by storm. And savvy entrepreneurs are changing their business models to accommodate the influx of goodwill. So look at our successful entrepreneurs in this country. Bill Gates has, Melinda Gates has the Gates Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation, Ford Foundation. There's a nonprofit, for-profit. And then look at our Fortune 500 companies. Look at Home Depot. They have the Home Depot Foundation. They provide grant funding to only nonprofits focused on veterans. They just put another $30 million initiative into veterans projects. So the corporate world is an amazing funder for our nonprofits. So how can you use the Power Grant money for real estate? I know that many of you on this call have expertise and are really leaders in the real estate arena. I want you to see what you can do by having a nonprofit entity. Just like having the LLC, S Corp, C Corp, whatever trust, whatever, however you do it, the nonprofit corporation can come in and provide a whole different layer of profit to your project. One of our project directors for us that you guys will meet for years has had a nonprofit affordable housing corporation. Okay, he's a nonprofit, gets the grant money from USDA and HUD and all the different funding sources and Home Depot, and then he has a for-profit construction company that he contracts with to go and build the subdivisions, the multi-units. He's done hundreds of projects. So that's what we're going to teach you at our training. So how can you use the Power Grant money for real estate? You can do residential, vacant commercial, brand new development. the greatest opportunity in America that I'll touch on tonight, we'll really spend a lot of time when we're together, is free real estate. Amazing strategy. You guys, I want to share a couple of case studies with you tonight because there's a lot here. A lot of folks haven't been taught this strategy. You know, if you think about it, the 501c3 corporations, 501c metacorps, the nonprofits have really been the foundation in this country. Hospitals, universities, Sesame Street, Kansas City Railroad, National Tennis Association, NCAA, I mean, I could go on and on. That's a non-profit corporation. They have a for-profit corporation alliance, like universities. They're a non-profit, and if you know that you have kids in college, they make a lot of money, don't they? They charge for their services. They have a for-profit bookstore. They have a for-profit patent center, so that they're getting grant money in to do research, and then they have a for-profit patent center that makes billions of dollars collectively. That's what we're going to teach you, not just for the few elite in this country that are doing it. We want to bring you guys in and teach you what we have lived our whole life. So let me share a couple of case studies so we can start bringing this into how this is going to work for you, so that when we're together, we're going to really be able to just hit the door running. One of our students came to our training. She was on a call just like you guys are right now. She sat on a phone call and listened and took action to come and spend time with us. When she came to spend time with us and came to our training, she followed our step-by-step system. She had a 77-acre ranch in danger of being lost because, you know, life happens. She's gone down a different journey, different pathway than she'd intended, and now she's in danger of losing her ranch. So following our system, 3 days of training, she did what we taught. She created her own 501c corporation. She started connecting. She met with local legislators to say, look, I've got this great property. How can I help the community? You never want to go in with a handout. You always go in with a handout. How can I help? Well, her nonprofit then was able to secure grant funding from, of all things, tobacco money. One of the legislators had just gotten a bill through that has money attached to it to do youth smoking cessation. So we applied for the project. Within 6 weeks of coming to our training, leaving, she had her 501c funding, she had received her grant, and she had started the project. So her nonprofit used the free money to pay the grant to the ranch, more than enough to pay the mortgage payment, so she saved the ranch. She was able, her ranch is in a for-profit in the LLC. Her nonprofit got grant funding in. One of the line items that said ranch, she rented her ranch to do this fabulous program. She turned garbage into gold. She used big tobacco money to pay for youth smoking cessation programs. She did something creative. Kids created their own documentary to help other kids quit smoking. And now it's being featured on National Geographic. If you're watching, beautiful office where we work at it. If you're not watching, wow, amazing. And she says, $78,000 per year for the next 5 years. Working with Sherry Watson has been the most powerful business investment I've ever made. In only 10 hours of actual work with Sherry and her team, I was able to get a guaranteed $78,000 in grant money each year for the next 5 years to support my project. Since then, I've been working with Sherry and her team to create even more funding for my project. The money keeps on rolling in. I can't wait to see what happens next. Margaret Mayer of Scottsdale, Arizona. One has the greatest thing. Talk about leaving a legacy for the power of grant money. I was listening to a radio show last week with an entrepreneur who has been interviewed has some new technology that's just revolutionizing the industry. And he talked about, for him, it was about doing this so he could align with a nonprofit such as Osa Vista Ranch and work with young kids where they just had an entrepreneurial summit. Think about that. Growing that one little grant has grown that project into an amazing project now. And the funding keeps growing and growing. So then that just made me hesitant. You know about peanut butter jelly, salt and pepper, you know what I mean. What we're going to teach you is the nonprofit and the for-profit. That's the most powerful match we have. I know most of you are here on real estate. So I just kind of want to real fast go through what we'll be going through more in depth at the training, but just to give you a glimpse of how this will work with your real estate business. So the free money will come in. Say we set up a nonprofit. You do a housing counseling nonprofit, okay? So you're working with new homeowners and homeowners in danger of foreclosure. So you have a for-profit real estate company, say. Now you can work with the new homeowners. They're being funneled into your nonprofit. They're being sent by the bank, by HUD. So instead of having to do that lumpy mail and be the 90 letter that they're looking at, they're being sent to you, and grant money is paying your salary and your office and your staff. And you can then refer that new homeowner to your for-profit real estate company. Or maybe it's a homeowner that was in danger that needs a loan. You can refer them to a for-profit mortgage company. As a real estate investor, maybe a short sale company, some of those that need that just hand up, the second chance, helping them get out of the situation is best, refer them to a short sale company. One of our students says $14,000 a month to help people keep their homes. Sherry's program taught me how to get paid to help people in foreclosure. I now make $14,000 a month in grant money to keep individuals and families in their homes. Not only am I making a lot of money, I feel fantastic about the people I'm able to help. David Prezio. So there are two paths in the foreclosure model. Path one, the traditional way, spend your hard-earned money on marketing. You chase after deals, and you don't get paid until after you close on a deal, so you pay all the expenses. Look at the path two, the power grant money way. You get free marketing from the media. You're now a hero in your community. Here's one of our students. I have a for-profit real estate company, and they said they couldn't even pay enough to get this kind of coverage. And their nonprofit front page says, wow, those work together to help patriots. So now you're the hero, and the dealers chase after you. Free PR, the banks, husbands, folks, and the free money pays your salary, expenses, staff, office before you buy a property. So which path would you rather take? So what about the free money for vacant commercial properties? There are a lot of these projects around the country. How many vacant commercial properties do you drive by every day? A lot. Did you know you can partner with your city and county and get free money and turn that eyesore into a community success story? It's happening all over this country. Some of the things we've done with vacant commercial and our students, assisted living, affordable housing, employment training centers, youth entrepreneurial programs, and a lot more. Here's another case study, especially for using real estate I wanted to share. Creekview Lodges. A friend of mine, a real estate investor, had done very well in the home and now had moved into commercial. She found an 80-room vacant long-term care facility, 99,000 square feet on 18 acres in Michigan. She came to our training. She followed our system step by step. She knew as an investor there was an opportunity, but she didn't know what to do with the build. So going through our training, us mentoring her, The goal for us was determine what grant money was available, whatever the project might be. So in Michigan, let's go connect. We taught her who to go connect with. Let's see where the priorities are. That's where the money is. So we connected with state officials, state agencies. What is the future direction and the potential funding opportunities? Here's what happened to Jill. $1 million plus in equity in one short year. I was able to find a vacant commercial building for pennies on the dollar. But I had no idea what I was going to do with it until I met Sherry Watson. Sherry's proven system taught me how to get backstage with people in seats of power. When I left the Power of That Money training, I had a complete plan on how to fund my commercial building. 1 short year later, I have a beautiful assisted living facility for serving the elders in my community. Plus, I've already made $1 million on this building. I couldn't have done it without Sherry Watson's help. My community and I can't thank you enough. Jill Shepherd, Mon, Michigan. We'll go into a lot more depth when we're together at the training on all the benefits of having the nonprofit and for-profit. You're going to be blown away. So the question I want you to think about is, what do you think of when you see a nonprofit building, or when you think of it? You know, in a live audience, folks tell me, oh, a rundown building in the strip mall or in the back welfare office. Or for those of you watching, in front of us is one of my colleagues' nonprofit corporation. It's a 4-story building, beautiful. If you're not watching, it's all glass. Free money for brand new development. It's called Access Living, 44,000 square feet office development. Independent Living Center, $12.9 million in Chicago. Green construction, Gold LEED certified. 100% of it was funded by free money for a combination of federal, state, and private donors. So think of the opportunities there, guys. Now, here's the one that just, during this live training, this is the one that just really brings people in and just are just blown away at this opportunity. Free real estate. Just to run through, I know we're running out of time, so I'm going to run through real fast some examples of projects we've done. Free, a condo in Redondo Beach, $425,000 free. Maybe that's not what you want. So how about a 3,500 square foot mansion, $810,000 value, free. Now you're thinking bigger. You're looking at that piece of paper by saying, what's my purpose? What's my project? So you need an office or a warehouse for 53,000 square feet. You're going to do your green program. That is an office that was given free. Or now we're really thinking big. How about a 100-acre industrial complex, $2.25 million value, free. It's another unbelievable funding source, only available to nonprofits. So just one charitable donation of real estate per year can be worth hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars to a nonprofit. So we'll spend a lot more time. We have the world's leading expert on our team. He's been doing it for 14 years. You'll get to spend some time with him. So the real exciting news, you guys, tonight, I want you to really understand, listen, there are no limits to the power of grant money. And it's not just about the money. It's partly for the money, because you can make more money more quickly than any other investment opportunity. More importantly, though, is if you want to get back, then you're not doing it just for the money. The power of grant money lets you live your passion. It fulfills the total you. And that's something that no mere investment in stocks or real estate can do. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, they must give millions a year. They're going to donate at least $1.5 billion a year. Billion. Get ready for it. Your nonprofit should be one of them. They're going to donate over $100 billion during their lifetime to your nonprofit to be the one in line. In the U.S., almost $300 billion was donated, and then $300 more billion was donated next year. $1 trillion of free money is donated every 3 years from private donors alone. So we've got grant money, we've got real estate, we've got corporations, we've got private donors, we've got fee-for-service. Look what we've got now for this corporation. There really are no limits. Now is the best time in history to tap into the wealth of free money available and start living your passion while helping change the world. So I told you I had an incredible offer at the end of this call, so thanks for staying with me. I see every one of you still here. You know, I've done, you can tell from my journey, in leading a movement to create ADA, you can imagine what a powerful journey I've lived. And I've never worked a day in my life because I've been given that opportunity to live my passion. And I took that opportunity. I took action. Out of everything I've ever done, this right now is what means the most to me. The power of grant money, our live 3-day events. What you'll learn, you're going to learn how to create your own 501c money corporation, plus how to get tax exempt, how to get paid $100,000 plus to live your passion, even if it's just part-time. You know, love what you're doing now. What we want to do is help enhance the financial part, how to create profit. So even if it's just part-time, we're going to show you that. And then we're going to show you how to achieve financial freedom by matching your nonprofit with your for-profit. We'll teach you real estate riches through helping others. The foreclosure model, vacant commercial properties, turning your community eyesore into a success story, and how to become a magnet for free real estate. We'll teach you the 7 best sources of free money. We'll teach you how to generate free money on autopilot. How great is that? You're going to be able to create your own perpetual free money machine. And then the top 10 ways to market your nonprofit. Become a hero in your community. So what you need to know, guys, is 3-day, hands-on, full immersion, live training with me and my team. I have a powerful team. I can't wait for you guys to get to spend some time together. It's a very unique training. I've had people that come and say they've gone to every real estate training, they've been to every guru's training. They've never experienced anything like this. So you're in for something very special. Tax deductible, check with your accountant. We want you to bring a family member for free. Spouse, significant other, parent, child. You know, going through the journey that me and my family went through, we learned what was most important. Bringing the family together, bringing your children into it to teach them how to make a difference, how to empower other folks, how to lead at the same time, taking care of themselves and their families in a way that would have not happened in any other career. So write down these days, you guys. I really can't wait to share time with you. Next week. Boy, this is so exciting to be talking to you on the phone because we also are going to be unveiling the most amazing business venture that we've ever had come into our lives. And we'll be in Los Angeles August 16th to 18th. That's next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So come and spend those days with us, meet our entire team, and learn our system. Take those tools home so that you too can be living your passion and never work another day. We're also going to be going to Phoenix, Arizona, October 18th through 20th. So if LA is too close for you, then plan on coming to Phoenix. Then we've had several of you have contacted our office and said, hey, what about the other coast? So we're going to be going to Orlando, Florida, December 6th through 8th. So the offer I want to make you tonight is only for tonight. And if you go to our website that I'm going to give you, there's a little you can click a link and it says webinar attendee. And that's only for you tonight. So even if you're going to Phoenix, you need to tonight take advantage of this opportunity we're about to present. For our live training, bringing in all of our team, for 2 people, then $5,000. Then we wanted to really, really bring in people with this country needing leaders to step up and needing to learn what we teach so that they too can go out and bring back this country, bring those opportunities. So it's $4,000. Tonight, and you guys, I want you to see this, look at this, it truly is right. Tonight only, it's $297 for you and family, a spouse, a child, a business partner. Bring people with you so that together you can build this. Now is the time to take action. Keep listening, though. As you're about to see, you won't need to invest the full amount today or perhaps ever. The full amount on our site is $1,297, $1,297. So listen, all you have to do is make a $297 deposit tonight and pay the rest after you've had time to put my techniques to the test. That $5,988, $3,997 right now is only $297. Now, by taking out that opportunity, you can go to our website, go to www.grantmoneylivetraining.com. grantmoneylivetraining.com. Or I have my office staff right now on standby. You can call our office phone at 505-217-9333, 505-217-9333. And if that line's busy, looks like we have some folks calling. If that line's busy, the other number you can call is 505-215-3491. So go to our website, click on Webinar Special. It's $1,297 on the side, but that will take you to the just $297 deposit. Now, we're making a bold system tonight for you. The remaining balance of $1,000 will only be charged if you get a grant of at least $10,000, even though I bet it'll be a lot bigger like Margaret, within 90 days of leaving the event. And here's the best part. Stay with me. We're invoking the honor system. When you pay the $297 deposit tonight, your card will not, I repeat, will not ever be auto-charged the remaining balance after the event. The only way we'll ever collect the remaining balance is if you email us or you call in and tell us, guess what? We got the grant. If we don't hear from you, you'll never be recharged the remaining balance. Because you guys, $297 to come and learn the system, live your passion, do well by doing good, And then it's up to you to let us know that you've received the funding and you can pay the balance. So invest in your future. Put the power of grant money to work for you. Learn step by step how to get well paid to live your passion and help change the world along the way. Create financial freedom through matching your nonprofit with your for-profit. One of our most, she's just beautiful student, Kate, wrote the testimony and said $90,000 over 3 years and $1 million more available. Exciting news. Everything you taught us in your program works. I just received a $90,000 state grant over a 3-year period, and it gets even better. I was just informed from my county that there's $1 million available and that my program is the perfect fit. Thank you so much, Sherry. Your program has changed my life. Sharon Chudy, Lakeland, Florida. So, two paths to live your dream life. Path one, the traditional way. Do nothing now, continue as always. Spend a few hours a week, if you're lucky, on your passion. Retire in 40 years to follow your dreams. Path two, the power of grant money way. Take action now. Achieve financial freedom while spending every day living your passion. Start changing the world today. Take action now, you guys. $297. Invest into your future. So remember these dates. Next week, August 16th through 18th, will be in LA. Sign up. Come and be part of us. Our team will be there. We're going to unveil this amazing business venture. And then October 18th to 20th will be in Phoenix. And then December 6th to 8th will be in Orlando, Florida. So tonight, right now, go to www.grantmoneylivetraining.com or call our office. Office number is 505-217-9333. Again, 505-217-9333. The other number, if that one's caught ringing, is 505-215-3491. You guys, it's been such an honor to spend the evening with you guys and to have all of you guys stay with me. I really want you to keep that piece of paper next to you on what is your passion. Going through the amazing journey I just shared with my dad. And losing my dad, it's such a reminder. So life is short. Don't wait to live your passion. Don't wait to step forward to make the kind of difference for our kids and grandkids. We have to. You know the quote, it's a small group of folks that can change the world because that's all that ever has. It's so true. So come and be a part of it. Come and meet our team. Let us take you step by step and live the kind of life that you deserve. Provide that for your family. And at the same time, making a difference in this country and in our world. So it's been a real pleasure sharing tonight. I look forward to seeing you guys next week in LA, Phoenix, or Orlando. Go sign up now. Click the webinar special, $297 deposit, and let's together have the time of our lives and go on the most amazing journey you've ever experienced. So with that, you guys, I again want to thank you, and I look so forward to meeting you and having you meet the rest of our team. So keep that piece of paper by you. Let it keep you motivated, and we'll be seeing you guys next week. Okay, can't wait. I'll see you then. Thanks, you guys. Have a great night. Night.